Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Anchor. Today we got a video from the Darkest Secrets. Also, by the way, new microphone. Just gonna keep saying that for a bit. Just so everyone wanted to watch think, hey, Snyder sounds different. Snyder sounds different audio wise, yeah. We got a new microphone. And we gonna get right into it. This is from the Darkest Secret. This is 7 scariest things that happened during Christmas. We're going to get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, comment, link down below. Let's go.
From a child whose foot is pulled on Christmas Eve, to real horrible police cases that occurred in the middle of Christmas, to the videos of the first positions that I know will leave you with doubt. Like the case of the 6 houses of Denver that in the 80s received mysterious gifts left at the doors of their homes, whose contents will give you the most intense chills. Because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present the 7 scariest things that happened during Christmas.
Is John Benet Ramsey gonna... If it's true crime, John Benet Ramsey has to be on it, because that was during Christmas. Right? If it's true crime related. If it's paranormal, then never mind.
Number 7. Let me start this investigation with a concept that will be persistent in this collection. A paranormal idea that, according to the videos you will see here, could become true.
Okay, so mainly paranormal. Got it. Never mind.
In occultism, it is fervently believed that there are things that connect more than others with ghosts. There are objects. There are days, such as the Day of the Dead in Mexico. Circumstances that seem to awaken or attract the souls of those who have already departed. Because around these dates, my email always floods with paranormal content, as if people witness these things more frequently. Does this make sense? Could these dates bring family members or have a deeper connection to the paranormal? Many.
I mean, yes. I could understand that the holidays brings the spirit world and you get close to family members and the spirits of family members come closer and make them more known. I could see that.
I would like it to be this way. To be able to communicate or feel our loved ones again. But no one would want what occurred to Sabina Ceballos' neighbor. Sabina is one of our subscribers, and she writes to us about something that happened to her on December 15th. She was visiting her friend's house, her neighbor. The girl you see on the screen is the neighbor's daughter. They talked about Christmas and the preparations. Then she told Sabina that she was worried about her daughter, since she had been crying for days and said there was a man who was bothering her. The girl said that he was a very tall and thin man who sometimes even hurt her. The mother knew about imaginary friends and thought it was just that.
See, the moment that becomes a problem is when they say they hurt me. Because if imaginary friends is telling her to hurt herself, that still means she's hurting herself, which is not good. So I'd still get involved, even if it is just a imaginary friend. Once they say once the thought of they're being hurt by it, still get involved.
Until that same afternoon, the biggest piece of evidence fell in front of her eyes.
Okay. Am I gonna notice this? Oh! Oh, she got pulled. She legit got pulled. She legit got pulled. The daughter just legit gets pulled. There's no way to explain that. Nope. Nope, that's real. That's real. Yep, that's real. Believe her completely.
Clearly, someone pulls this girl's foot. Notice how she stops, scared, and hides under the table to cry. After this video, they were both more than terrified. Apparently what the girl said was real. If that was the case, who is that tall, thin man? The neighbor tells Sabina that this had not happened before December. It started now that the holidays are approaching, but she is extremely worried. Put yourself in their shoes. What would you do? What decision would you make if your daughter or niece were
getting a bit of the ghost or getting the heck out of the house?
Going through this? Leave me your opinion in the comment box. Number 6. Among the most terrifying things that have happened during these dates, apart from the paranormal things, are real cases of those that are worth listening to. Hopeless and painful ones that are even more so because they happened in the month of Christmas. You see, on December 3rd, 1989, Melissa Brennan was taken to a Christmas party along with many other children her age. There were approximately 100 members. Everyone was celebrating and laughing. There was also a man dressed as Santa Claus at the party. The children would sit on his lap, ask for their gifts, and then return to their family.
Oh, no. I don't like the look of him. He looks like demonic Santa. No, I don't like the look of him at all. No.
Melissa was one of those girls. Once the party was over and Melissa and her mother were heading to the parking lot to return home, the girl let go of her mother and ran back to the venue saying she was going to get a snack for the road. But the girl never returned. Here I stop to remind you, you who are a father or a mother, never leave your children alone. Melissa's mother thought that letting her go get something to eat at the premises that was less than 20 meters away from her did not mean danger, but the girl never returned.
Always go with her then. I'd say even go with her then. Never just let them do, unless you can see that area, unless you can see where she's going perfectly. Always go with them. Always.
Witnesses testified that they saw the girl talking to Caleb Daniel Hughes, the man who had dressed up as Santa that night. But then they lost track of them, and it was then that the mother remembered what the girl had told her. Santa told me that very soon he would see me again, and when he did, he would give me a special gift. The mother never thought that that phrase would attract the girl back to him. Caleb became the first suspect, especially because people reported inappropriate approaches of Caleb with the children when he was Santa. Once he was done working, the man took off his outfit to enjoy the party normally. When the police arrived, the mothers and women who attended the event stated that Caleb had inappropriate approaches towards them with crude and sexual jokes, very improper and strange behavior. When the police searched his house, they found that the entire outfit that Caleb wore after playing Santa was in the washing machine. Even the sole of his shoes were missing a piece, as if cut with a knife, like wanting to get rid of traces of blood. Caleb's wife told the police that he had arrived extremely late from work that night. The event where he went as Santa was over, but he arrived home many hours later, which was odd. Suspecting that he was unfaithful, she checked the mileage of his vehicle and noticed that it had several extra kilometers than it had the night before. The wife was probably quite suspicious of his strange outings. The man told the police that the extra mileage was because he went to buy beers and then decided to take a long route to return home. Days later, everything would become clear. Melissa was wearing a Big Bird Sesame Street plaid sweater. Fibers from that specific sweater were found in Caleb's vehicle, so the police assumed that this man had kidnapped her. He was sentenced to 50 years in prison as a result of this evidence. However, the girl's body was never found. The police had a theory. Surely when the girl returned for the snack, he approached her and told her that if she accompanied him, Santa would give her his special gift. Maybe that's how he manipulated her into going somewhere secluded so he could kidnap her. I insist. Never leave your children alone.
Never do it. Never. Go with them. Always. No child is really ever truly safe. Even if playing with 100 people, you might, no one's gonna be, no, it gives them more chance because people can easily lose track of them because no one's really paying attention.
Number 5. All of us who have lost loved ones know how painful it is to spend the first important dates without them. To reassure ourselves, we always tell each other that they are still here with us, that they never leave. That brings us joy. But sometimes when combined with the paranormal, it becomes somewhat troubling. You see, Cristobal Cifuentes, one of our followers, and not long ago, wrote to us something that he found in a photo a couple of days after putting up the Christmas tree. He and his brother had taken out the Christmas tree when December began. They put it up together, and when they finished, took a photo, sent it to their mother to show that they could also put the tree together on their own. Shortly after she analyzed the photo, she asked them if they had visitors that day. They responded no. To which she adds, whose face is reflected in the painting then?
Oh my God. Look at that. What the hell? That is really weird. That's because it even just looks weird. What the hell? That's so weird looking.
There, very clearly, the face of a woman appears, somewhat emaciated, and with closed eyes reflected in the glass. Note that it appears to be at an angle. The brothers were petrified. They knew very well that they had been alone that entire day. So what happened here? They analyzed the image with their mother. They do not recognize that face. However, it does look like someone in their family who died many years ago. Could it be that they may...
Well, how do you know that it looks like someone in their family's died many years? It looks like a woman. That's all you know. You don't know who it looks like. It just looks like a woman. It's very weird.
...managed to visit us, especially for dates with so much sentimental burden? Tell me what you think. Number 4. Have you ever heard the story of the Pennsylvania snowman, also known as the albino Bigfoot?
Maybe. I don't know if I have or not. Well, by slapped hand, I probably have.
Stories of this being have appeared since the 1970s. The first sighting was on September 27, 1973, a photograph taken by 2 girls who were on vacation in the woods of Pennsylvania. However, it was not until 2008 that the first recording of this creature was filmed. 2 young boys were camping in the woods when they heard strange noises. They went out to investigate, and then they saw him.
I'm gonna admit that startled me. That startled me. I did not see it come. I knew it was gonna show up. I didn't see it coming that way.
At that time, the boys declared that it wasn't hair. It looked more like snow. So that's why it was believed that this was the Pennsylvania snowman. One more mythical creature that supposedly appears after intense snowfall during the days of December. What do you think? Is that what the boys saw? Leave me your theories in the comment box. Number 3. Imagine seeing one of your family members for the last time during the happiest holiday of the year, Christmas. They had dined, celebrated, and laughed, but then they disappeared forever. This happened to Patty on December 25th, 1996. The last thing we heard about her was that she was celebrating Christmas Eve with friends from work. Then her ex-husband arrived, who always came on these dates to deliver his gifts to the children he had in common with Patty. Patty and her ex-husband had been separated for years. In fact, this Christmas Eve, she was introducing her new partner to her friends. Afterward, she was supposed to take the children to her sister's house, where Christmas dinner would be held, where her entire family would be. However, something worrying happened. Patty did not appear at the assigned time. She was known for being very punctual, especially for Christmas parties. They called her house, and it was her ex-husband who answered, something odd from the start.
Yeah, that would immediately be odd to me, because I'm like, you don't live with her, you're not supposed to be there, why are you there?
He told them that Patty had called him to pick up the children, that this Christmas she would leave them with him, and then with her current significant other to celebrate Christmas. Her family knew that was a lie. She would never abandon her children for Christmas. Imagine the celebration, your family that was waiting for one of its members, and the stress of knowing that you didn't leave a message.
Yeah, because you now immediately know he's involved. I'd immediately know. I'd be like, okay, what'd you do? Like, where is she? What'd you do? And he'd be like, I don't know. I'm like, no, I'm not asking us like, oh, where can I, like, do you know where she, I'm like, what did you do with her? Where is she? Where's her body? If you fucking killed her, where's her body? Like, I don't need, it's fucking Christmas, dude.
And that she left her children alone with a man she hated the most. At 1 p.m. the next day, they found her truck 24 kilometers away from her house on a highway. The front tire was flat, the engine was still hot, and most importantly, it was freshly washed, both inside and out. Inside the car, they found a red jumpsuit with the initials JM. They were unable to determine who or what it belonged to. Patty's purse and belongings were not found. There was blood cleaned off the seats. The theory is that Patty had a flat tire, had stopped to change it, and someone had kidnapped her. Police questioned them all the possible suspects, her current partner and her ex-husband, but there was no direct evidence that anyone was involved. The only one who did not want to cooperate was her ex-husband.
I think it's him immediately. I can just tell. I mean, he looks like someone who do some shit. You can't even argue that. I think it's him.
He did not participate in their searches, nor did he post any flyers, and refused to give his and the kids' blood samples. The police searched his home and, using ultraviolet light, found evidence that there was blood everywhere. The same blood that was in the vehicle. So much blood that the person should have died. The problem is that since this femicide occurred in Texas, their law states that without a body, there is no crime.
That's dumb. That's dumb. I don't care where you are. That's a dumb law. That's a dumb rule. That's just dumb. If a crime is obvious and a person's missing and there's blood everywhere and it's obvious there's a crime, it should just be looked at as a crime. If you can't charge him a murder without a body, that's fine. But to say there is no body, there is no crime, when a crime is obvious, it's so dumb because there's no body. That's so dumb. You will not get an argument from me otherwise.
For even if they discovered traces of blood in the house, they could not charge him.
That's so
dumb.
The
theories exploded. The man worked in construction and was in charge of handling cement. They thought he had buried Patty in the foundation, but they looked for her and found nothing. In 2014, with forensic advances, Patty's truck was checked again and the DNA of another woman, an alleged accomplice, was detected. They compared that DNA with the DNA of Patty's ex-husband's entire family, but it did not match. The man moved very close to the Mexican border with the children. He never let the children see Patty's family again. Years passed and they moved back to Colorado, changed their names, and he remarried. Patty's sister states, "It's devastating to have lost my sister and to have lost those children. They were like my siblings. We just want this nightmare to end. We just want to be able to put her to rest. We want to be at peace." The family and the police believe that the children hold the key to what happened to their mother. After all, they were in the house where she was supposedly murdered. But every attempt to communicate with them ends in a blockade. A member of Patty's family tried to contact one of the girls on MySpace, but she ended up closing her account. They never found Patty's body. Number 2.
There must be a way to contact them now, right? Because there's definitely more to this. And if the kids know what happened to their mother, I don't know why, because there would have to be adults now, right? Like, I don't know why they don't speak up. It's very weird.
Another video similar to the one of the child being pulled by her foot comes to us from Colombia at the hands of Andres Pedraza. The video was captured by a security camera located outside a home. This registration occurred on December 15th of this year. He was walking, heading home, when something strange happened to him. He confesses that he felt as if something was pulling strongly on his neck and arm. He instantly thought it was someone who was assaulting him, but when he turned around and noticed that there was no one there, his brain immediately made him think that he had gotten tangled up in some kind of cable. That's why he tries to walk normally, just in case someone had seen him get tangled. You know, to hide an embarrassing moment. Then he tells us that he used the cell phone to see in the reflection if the cable had left marks, since he felt a lot of force that pulled him, and as if they were scratching him too. It wasn't until he entered his house and reviewed the video that he was completely terrified, because until then, he swore that at least the video would show what had happened, but nothing. Andres swears to us that the attack was so intense that at first he thought someone was coming to assault him. How could he have mistaken a cable for a person's grip? Has anything like this happened to you?
No. No, it has not. I'm not gonna lie. No, it has not.
Tell me in the comment box. Number 1. On Christmas Eve 1987, 6 households in a Denver town woke up to strange packages of poorly wrapped gifts outside their homes. Someone had thrown them. Some packages were small and others the size of a shoebox. Inside, the packages contained all kinds of garbage, broken toys, toy parts, newspaper clippings. Jimmy Louis, one of the neighbors, reported that inside their packages were rotten fruits, along with photos like this one. But under all that trash, there was a note that said, I'm sorry for what happened to your son. The neighbors organized themselves and took this evidence to the police, since some gifts contained inappropriate content for children, which if they had opened them, would have caused them permanent trauma. Maybe that was the goal of whoever threw them onto the porches. A curious thing happened 2 years later, when an unfortunate accident took the life of Jimmy Louie's son, who had received the note, "I'm sorry for what happened to your son." They remember those bizarre gifts immediately. Could it have been a coincidence? To this day it is not known, but it is one of the unsettling and most frightening things that have happened during Christmas week. What would you do if you found a mysterious gift like this resting at the entrance of your home? Would you open it, or would you just throw it in the trash? Give me your answer in the comment box. Because this video has already come to an end. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.
What a very interesting final one. Like, it's just someone who dropped a bunch of random presents of pure shit. With the line of, "I'm sorry for what happened to your son," and then the son dies. I think either died 2 years earlier or dies 2 years later, which is even weirder. That's very bizarre. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.